Give it up for your first comedian tonight and host for the evening, Daniel Frana.
Very abrupt stop to that song. I love it. Thank you guys for coming out tonight to the Comedian Coalition here. Oh, great. All right, don't be too sincere on stage. I'll remember that. People don't like that. Yeah, I'm your host, Daniel Frana. Yeah, I got to say, I love these guys here. They're really great comedians, so give them a round of applause before you even come up. They're great. Yeah, we're like a family. We really are. Because they always keep telling me to cut my hair and that they won't give me any more money and to get out of their basements. And then I resent them because they won't buy me a PS4. But that's those guys. Enough about them. You'll see them. Who cares? I need to let you guys know that I am running for sheriff of Johnson County. Can we get a, trying to jam as much applause as I can in this first couple minutes. It's pivotal. But I think I could do a lot of good, you know? I mean, I don't have any, billboards or flyers are up. I don't know how you run for sheriff. Is that what you do? Or do you have to have experience? I have none. Only thing I have is that I've been spray painting dumpsters that just say, if Daniel Frana was your sheriff, he wouldn't have put this here. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. Recently, I hurt myself. I dislocated my finger, and so I've been taking a lot of ibuprofen. I looked at the back of the label, and I looked at the warnings, and I noticed it said, do not take this product if you drink 3 or more alcoholic beverages every day, as it will cause liver failure. And I just thought, yeah, but so does taking 3 or more alcoholic beverages every day in itself. This is just kind of telling me that my actions still have consequences when I'm using this drug. It's not a miracle drug. They might as well put on there do not use this product and smoke a pack of cigarettes a day as it will cause emphysema. Or do not use this product and smoke marijuana, otherwise you will watch videos of soldiers coming home to their families and cry. I went on vacation recently. It was fun. I went to Ireland. That was fun, except for I ran into some not so genial people over there. I was talking to this guy at the bar, and he just oh, you talk funny. Where are you from? And before I could answer, another guy at the bar just yelled out, he's probably from Dublin because he's got a big fat head. So it's racist of them to think that only people from Dublin can have big fat heads, proving that Iowans can have big fat heads too. But on the trip, we went to our supposed hometown, where our family's from, and I was disappointed because it was full of a bunch of weirdos. Makes me feel bad about my ancestors having come from there. But one of the things about it is that apparently depression was a big problem there. And so they had these flyers up everywhere for an organization called Save Our Sons and Daughters, which the acronym of that is just so sad. Someone really dropped the ball there, because that's not making the problem any better. Yeah. I like to imbibe from time to time, talk about alcohol. And I think I found out when I was a true alcoholic because I woke up one morning and laying in the bed right next to me was just a bunch of designs for Foo Fighters tattoos. Just it's got the logo and then it says The Pretender on top of it. That's super cool, guys. Yeah, I like to drink, but I don't like going out to the bars with my sober friends a lot because somehow they think that makes them better when they don't drink. They're just I don't need alcohol to have fun with my friends. All I need are my friends to have fun. It's yeah, well, your friends need alcohol to have fun with you. So you're not that great. And then they say stuff like, I don't like getting drunk. I just like watching you guys get drunk. It's so much fun. I'm like, that's the only addiction that's also a spectator sport, I guess. It's like no one's ever like, oh, heroin. I love watching people do heroin. Just laying on a dirty mattress, watching them shoot up. Sometimes I'll try to get a game of Jenga going, but they're on heroin. What can you do? I think I'm going to leave you guys with this one story about one time when I was coming home from the bar. It was like 2 in the morning, and there was this guy on his porch just yelling at people. He just had his shirt off, and he's yelling. He's like, hey, what's your problem, man? And I was like in a great mood. I'm like, no problem here. How's your day going? And he got mad. He's like, what the fuck? You want to fight or something? And I just said, no, I'd actually rather give you a hug. And that's when he got really mad. He came over there like he just got in my face. His friend was like trying to pull him back. But I was just standing there like a jackass. Like this. And that's when he put his arms around me, patted me on the back, and he said, dude, I'm sorry, I just had a really bad day, and I didn't mean to take it out on you. And I said, that's no problem, man. You have a great night. And he walked away, and I walked away. It's a true story. And I knew that sincerity wouldn't do good on stage. But to me, it just shows what you can do when you just have a kind word in your heart and a pocket knife in your hand, just ready to, All right, you guys ready for your first comedian tonight? There we go. This guy, done shows with him everywhere. He's amazing. He's fills out the racial quota for our band. Give it up for Mitch Banks.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, y'all gon' make me go all out.
Cut the music. It's important for me that you guys know that I like to party. Obviously, you guys like to party too. My name's Mitch Banks. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I am not quite white, as you may have noticed. And I'm 25% black and 75% white, which explains, just that portion of that song, I suppose. But I guess that just means that to strangers, I'm like a Syrian rebel, But I'm not. I am Jewish, though. So I decided to kind of combine those two things, and I've invented what's called a Mazel Tov cocktail. A Mazel Tov cocktail, for those of you that don't know, is like a regular Molotov cocktail, but you don't use it because that would be wasteful. We're a frugal people. Yeah, there are differences, though, between white and black people, as you may have noticed. You guys are a nice white audience here tonight for the most part. I kind of like it. It's all right. But I think you might have noticed that white people, you can't run as fast as black people, but it's not your fault. Because historically speaking, white people have not had to run as much as black people have had to. Like white people are at the forefront of not running technology. White people have had horse-drawn carriages and segways, and black people have had tigers and white people. So thank you for that. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Rape whistles, huh? Those are strange. Those are weird. I used to not really understand rape whistles. It seemed weird, like a whistle to stop the scum of the earth, like human predators. I thought my PE teacher was getting raped constantly. But if you think about it, it really makes sense, like Ben Roethlisberger stops what he's doing every time he hears one. And he's like the biggest rapist I can think of. It's true, guys. It's true. I have a cell phone. Anyone else? Nice. I get a lot of texts, sometimes from numbers that I don't have saved in my phone. And I don't want them to know that I don't know who they are when they send a text. So I try to figure it out, through a series of questions, I guess. They'll say something like, hey, what's up? I'll be like, nothing much, man. You know? They'll be like, I'm not a man, but I did lick your balls last weekend. I'll be like, my dog doesn't have a cell phone. You guys are better than me, I guess. No, that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. So, I like to smoke weed sometimes. And sometimes the rule is when you smoke weed, you sometimes have to go to jail. Those are the rules that I guess we have established. And when you get caught for smoking weed, you have to, take a drug class, too, to, I guess, get it out of your system. So you all sit around in a circle with a bunch of people that are, way more hardcore than you, and you have to, share experiences. There'll be, some twitchy pale guy in the corner. They'll be like, hey, Ernie, do you want to share? He'll be like, yeah. Last weekend, I went home for Flag Day celebration, because my fucking family loves Flag Day, back in my childhood home. Pulled up a floorboard and found a bag of heroin that I had stored there as an 8-year-old child, I did. It keeps. So I snorted it before Flag Day dinner and my nostril prolapsed. So I go out there to eat. My dad's just staring me in my face, fucking judging me. So I took a swing at him. I missed. And I hit my head on the kitchen table. I passed out and I woke up to an empty house with all the lights off. I think that they had left me there to die. Hey, Mitch, it's your turn to share. Do you want to share? Yeah, I want to share. It was a Saturday afternoon, and I already seen that episode of Judge Joe Brown. So I smoked the bowl. And then the hunger took me. So I went to the kitchen to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. God help me, I didn't have any bread. So, I used waffles instead of bread. So things were pretty dark for me, but no one was more interested in my piss except for that time in my life. Hey, you ready to go? Yeah, lady, open your mouth, you fucking bitch. I didn't really care for drug class, but that's fine. That's fine. So, I'm 26 years old. So this is, I think, the 15-year anniversary of when I started masturbating. I've gotten it down pretty well. And there's a lot more porn these days than there was back then. There's too much porn. I was having a time the other day, and I saw a video. The video was called Tits a Wonderful Life. It was called Tits a Wonderful Life, and you can't do that to someone. You can't make someone laugh while they're holding their own crank. Because then you start laughing and you respect the writing of the whole thing and you forget what you're doing at the library to begin with. Oh, Wi-Fi. Nice. So let's get this show back on track, huh? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about something that everyone loves. Everyone. Cakes. Everyone loves cake, right? Woo! Fuck yeah. The only problem with cake is trying to decide which one's your favorite. Is it Black Forest cake? Is it chocolate? Is it sponge? Are you a sponge guy? If I had to think about it, I guess my favorite cake's probably urinal. Not for eating or nothing, but you get the most mileage out of those. It's a practical choice. I got this body wash, too. It's 3-in-1 body wash, for efficiency. It says, wash your hair, wash your body. Doesn't fucking say what the third one is. So I took it out to the park, and I squirted some old lady in the face with it and knocked her on her ass. She was screaming and crying. So I guess that's what it's for. All right. So I use my cell phone too much. I use it way too much, Most of the time I don't actually go to the library. I just look it up on my phone, which is fine. But you'll be in the middle of it, And I didn't have my screen timeout set properly, so I'm masturbating to some poor lady. And then the screen goes black and I just get a picture of my face in the middle of masturbating. That's about as real as it gets, you guys. You turn over a new leaf after you finish that. So I don't have any babies. Anyone in the crowd have any babies? Fuck you guys. Which is good, you know. I don't like babies. Babies are weird, because what's the first thing you do when you have a baby? The very first thing. You take a picture of the baby, and you make it your Facebook profile picture. So I'm friends with a lot of people who really like to make babies. So you look through my friends list, it looks like I'm friends with a bunch of stupid fucking babies. And I don't know how to act around them either, you know? Like, people always try to, like, shove their baby on you, like, oh, isn't he cute? Like, has anyone ever asked you if you think their baby's cute and you fuck up and you tell them the truth? Like, no, it looks like John C. Reilly. I don't think it's done yet. Let's pop her back in. That's science. That's cool. So, like, if the Pope sneezes, like, do you say God bless you, or you say fucking deal with it yourself? What is that hat for? I sometimes eat French fries for dinner. Times are tough, you know, Obamacare. So I'll make a batch of French fries for dinner, you know, and I'll have confidence in myself too, you know. I'll have them all made. I'll put them on the plate. I'll apply ketchup to the plate, and I'll put the ketchup back in the refrigerator before I retire to the living quarters and finish my meal. I'll be enjoying the French fries. I'll take as much ketchup on each one. Maybe I won't have ketchup on this one. I don't know. Loosey-goosey. Then I get down to the last French fry, swipe up the last of the ketchup. Perfectly applied ketchup to that plate. I was thinking, like, fuck, that must be what it's like to not embarrass yourself during sex. Thank you. Thank you. I realized also that I can't really take a shit without my cell phone anymore. That doesn't really seem like evolution to me, you know? Like, I'll go to the bathroom and I'll commence, and I'll realize that I left my cell phone in my bedroom, you know? So I try to, like, make my butt poop faster so I can get to it, you know? Then I'll, like, hear it ringing, and I'll freak out, you know, because, I don't know, what if it's Scottie Pippen calling me to apologize for not responding to that letter I wrote him in 1994? Turns out it was just Iowa student loan, and I had given myself what's called a mega hemorrhoid. What science calls a mega hemorrhoid. Cool. So, you know, at work the other day, they gave us free muffins, which is cool. They gave us free muffins, I guess, so they can continue to disrespect us. And I got there late, so I had a poppy seed muffin. And someone's like, hey, hope you don't need to apply for a new job because you could test positive for heroin. That's kind of a fucked up test, though, right? You know, I didn't test positive for heroin, I tested positive for muffins. You know, I'd be like, okay, you're either positive for crack cocaine or cottage cheese. Which one is it? Fuck it, welcome to Walgreens. Welcome to the family. You're good enough. Everyone is. My ex-girlfriend would get so mad at me. She would get so angry, like I would come home and she would get so mad when I'd piss the bed. She'd get like so angry, and I guess she'd be less mad at me if I weren't awake while I was doing it. Fuck her thread count. I like you, whoever. My sister thinks I'm gay. That's weird. You know, it's like, just because I don't want to fuck you, that doesn't make me gay. I think I'll leave you with this thought. I think I'll leave you with this one here. You may have noticed, I used to live in a trailer park. This is true, you know. It's a weird experience growing up in a trailer park too, you know, but it's one that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. You know, like if I didn't spend some time in a trailer park, I'd probably have no idea what a rat tail is. You know, a rat tail, for those of you that don't know, is a braid growing out of the back of the neck of the alpha trailer person. First time it got caught up in a Trans Am seatbelt, that was like America's first cyborg, you know. That's how Michael Bay got the idea for the Transformer. Have you seen this movie? They could do cool things too, though, these rat tails. You know, like if they intertwine with another rat tail, they can combine memories like the movie Avatar. And they can exchange decades and decades of feelings and emotions and images, but, you know, usually it's just used to exchange hot spots for Sudafed. All right, thank you guys. I'm Mitch Banks.
Keep it going for Mitch Banks, everybody. One of the hosts up there at Penguins Comedy Club coming down here. It's awesome. All right, you guys ready for your next comedian now? Yeah, a couple of guys are. That's great. All right, this next guy looks like if you pasted a beard onto a 15-year-old. Give it up for Andrew Jones.
I took her out, it was a Friday night, I woke alone.
That one was good. Good job. Hey, how's everybody doing? Woo! All right, August, Iowa City, The Mill. Thank you guys. Good night. Awesome. So how you guys like the show so far? Daniel Frana, huh? What a great host. What a great host. He has such a big dick. You have no idea. You have no idea. It goes all the way from my hand right into my mouth. So big. So big. Mitch Banks, let's give it up for him. The sexier version of Obama. Republican show. All right, my bad. My bad. My bad. Just want to share some news. My buddy just found out that his girlfriend is pregnant today, which is pretty cool. You know, you clap for that usually. Yeah, right? That's awesome. He's pretty excited. His wife is pissed, though. That guy knows. He's been there, too. He's been there, too. If I'm, like, looking weird or like I'm just in pain or anything up here tonight, just know that I had Quiznos for lunch. So, it's not good. It's not good. I just had a ghost poop in the bathroom there. You guys ever done that where you like poop and it's a good one and then you wipe and then there's nothing there and you're like, ooh. Quiznos is pretty all right. I like it. They have Sobe, though, right? I say, fuck Sobe. Get Snapple, right? You got those little facts, you know? Every tooth is a bone that makes milk or what, I don't know. I don't really usually look at them. I forget them. I always tell somebody, and they go, why? I don't care. I don't care what that is. I did find one. One was my favorite. It was, what's the number one pickup line at the gay bar? And it was, can I push in your stool? And that's a fact. So it has to be real for them to put it on there. So it's good. I was just sitting by myself there, you know, eating my turkey ranch and Swiss and broccoli cheddar soup, small and then regular. And I swear, I saw this girl beside me ninja star fart me. You ever had that where they just kind of like you see them lean and then pew, right up in my nose dome piece. You ever farted and then tried to blame it on somebody else and everyone should say yes? Because that's what happens. The last time I did, I messed it up though, and it was my fault. Like we were the only two in that bathtub, so can't really hide that one. Speaking of farting, I farted so hard and so loud the other day that I swear to God my neighbor could hear it. because she took my dick out of her mouth and she said, "Not while I'm down here." Nobody fucks their neighbor. That's great. That's great. Okay. Republicans don't do that. That's fine. So I didn't have sex during high school. Shocker. And it was so funny because when my parents would hear moaning from my room when I was in high school, they knew either I was listening to porn too loud or I stubbed my toe. Because I make the same noise. I'm sorry. But I talked to them the other day, and they were like, you never really had like a girlfriend in high school, like a real relationship before. And I did. I remember it. She was attractive. And Ashley, her name was Ashley. I remember that. And my mom said, "Yeah, but we never really saw you two together." And like, yeah, because she was imaginary, whatever. But she was my little angel pie, She looked kind of like Jessica Alba, but clear. So that was good. We did a lot of role playing too. She was a really good role player. She would pretend I was Corey Matthews from Boy Meets World, right? And I would pretend that she was Topanga, right? No, just real. I pretend that she was a real person. The only lame part was the sex because I felt like I did all the work. You know what I'm saying? That was the worst part. It's a masturbation joke. You haven't heard one of those tonight. Mitch, have you? So the summer before freshman year, I did get into a long-term relationship. It wasn't her first. She had a bunch of previous male suitors in her vagina. And it lasted 8 months. It was whatever, it was a learning experience. I remember our first date. It was an Ethiopian restaurant. Menu was a little thin. It was a good night, though. That's a culture joke right there. I remember our first kiss because she had been, like around or whatever, and I hadn't. And I remember when we made out, I just did this. And then she just flopped like a fucking fish with the tongue all over. And I was like, this is so hot. Apparently, I don't know how to make out, but... And like every first relationship, it ended horribly. A lot of fighting. I remember I used to yell and get so mad sometimes that I would crack my back, and then I just wouldn't want to fight anymore because I felt good. I was like, yeah, I know he's your friend, but why is he naked in my bathtub and where are my gummy worms? Oh, my God. That is nice. That is nice. That feels good. She was a bitch, though. I remember yelling at her, and I was like, "How many dicks have you sucked?" And she's like, "I've only sucked one dick. All the other guys were nice." It's a lot of penises. It's a lot of penises. And towards the end, when a relationship isn't going very well, you don't have sex very often. I remember every time that we would have sex, it would just be because she got home and she was drunk and she would reach down my pants and grab my dick and lead me to the bedroom or whatever. And that's when I realized I'm not going to be put on that short leash. No, I'm better than that. I remember asking her once, I said, "So, you've had towns and football teams inside of you. Do I have a pretty good sized penis or what?" And she goes, "I mean, yeah, it's average." All right. Well, your vagina's not loose, it's roomy. I don't know if that. Yeah, she had a. So. But, every first relationship, when it ends, it kind of fucks with you or whatever. And I used to drive by her house all the time when she was home. And then I realized that's not doing anything. So I drove into her house. And I have a restraining order, so I really can't see her again, which is fine. But I've been doing pretty good lately, I've been to Iowa City, so I've had a one-night stand or two. And I hooked up with this girl at the bar. Normally I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, no, my name's Andrew. How are you?" And they go, "Oh, okay." But this girl was double-fisting beers looking for a karaoke machine. So I was like, you're right where I need you to be right now. So we ended up going to her house, and I realized how rusty I was. Physically and everything else, because I remember we were making out, right, and I was trying to take off her bra, and all of a sudden, like, she started hearing this, and I have asthma, and I forgot my inhaler in the car, so I had to go out and grab that real quick, came back, puffed it, and I was like, where were we, right? So we did the sex thing, right? And then the next morning, about 6 a.m., I wake up, I look over at her. You know, she's got that cute, gigantic drool pile. She smells like some sort of fruity pucker of some sort. She's got her makeup smeared because, like, she was sweating a lot the night before. And I don't know, I just realized, like, oh, my God, like, I was with this other girl for 8 months. It was hell. And now I have this girl here, and we just had fun. So I decided to write her a little poem or whatever. Like, and I said it to her when she woke up. I just tapped her on the shoulder, and I have the poem here. And I just looked into her eyes, and she woke up, and she's like, hey. And then I read this to her. Get out. I'm saving that for later tonight. Ladies. Oh, goodness. So I'm 27, you know. I haven't been to prom in like 2 years, so I feel old. And I realized something, you know, with all these sexual conquests of mine. 3. That I understand orgasms. I get them now. I can't make them happen, but I get it, right? And I realized that men's orgasms, they're a lot like farts. They're a lot like farts because we use the same excuses. Like, oh, I couldn't hold it. Oh, it just slipped out. Oh, you're so hot. And women's orgasms are like sneezes, you know? Because it's like, and then it never fucking happens. Glad you enjoyed that one at the bar. Thank you. So speaking of the first hand job I ever got, I remember when it was over, I had a thought going through my head, and it was just like, man, his hands were cold. You know? You know? Gym teachers must have poor circulation or something. I don't understand it. And maybe something. Somebody just go, yeah, been there, fuck. Mr. Stevenson, oh yeah. All right, I've got just a couple of more awful things to say to you guys tonight, and then I'm gonna get off and let the other friends of mine get up here. So I was thinking about this the other day, and you know, everyone has slang for things, you know, and I can't think of any right now, but you know, like a grenade or whatever. They got those sayings, those little whatevers. I have a new one. I think that fat girls that only give hand jobs should be called tugboats. And if you don't want to be a tugboat, just go down. And you ain't no tugboat no more. You can start it. My sister is a good starter on that one, so not for me personally, but Mitch. He can't deny it. All right, so I'm gonna share a life experience with you guys real quick, and then I'll get out of here. I did have a big thing happen in my life recently. I got my asshole eaten out. Not bad. You know, don't knock it till you try it twice. So, but I mean, it was all right. It was okay. It wasn't like the best thing in the world or whatever. But I got fired from my job because of it, because I did it with like one of the clients. But who wants to work in a nursing home for the rest of their life? You know what I'm saying? I've got bigger things to do, you know? All right, you guys were awesome. Have an amazing night and enjoy my friends making you laugh, all right? Now I know who that is.
Keep it going for Andrew Jones, everybody. And can we give him another round of applause because he just had a child last week? As scary as that sounds, that's true. Very funny. All right, the next comedian coming to the stage you may recognize from the city bus. Give it up for Marn Lathrop.
Some magnets attract, some magnets repel, some magnets say, hey, hey, what the hell? Take it both ways. First you come and then you go, and then you turn around and stays yes, stays no. I don't know what you're doing here.
I didn't do that yet.
I don't even want you. Seem like a, I'm a freak magnet, I'm a freak magnet.
Okay. All right. How's it going back over there? Nobody's paying you guys any attention, so you guys are chit-chatting. Hey. Hi. No, you guys back over there in the corner. Nobody pays attention to you guys. Let's say hi. Hi. Hey. Shit, my boss is here. All right, I know I was supposed to do like 20 minutes. I'm going to have to cut it down to 15. We got a problem. All right. So I just moved back to this area of Iowa recently, and I got a new apartment. My neighborhood is really weird. I think it's a bad neighborhood because there are shopping carts everywhere. Yeah, exactly, right? Everybody has their own shopping cart. I got my own. It's pretty nice. I put spinners on it. Well, I mean, they're hubcaps, but still, you get the point. I'm a baller, okay? It's great. Oh. Now, my neighborhood, seriously, it's weird. There's just like sandwich baggies everywhere, all over the ground. And you never see anybody eating sandwiches. Okay, you guys got it. All right. We're good. We're good. I like you guys. You guys are a good crowd. These lights are really bright. There's a pink one. Who the fuck has a pink light? This is a stand-up, not a rock show. I'm not Tom Feldman, okay? The Tom Feldman. The Tom Feldman rocked the stage! If you don't know who he is, I don't think he has a Facebook, but I'm sure he has a MySpace. Looks great. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Oh. So anyways, where's all my weed smokers at? Anybody? Anybody? I don't smoke weed. I'm a grown-up. I got grown-up shit to do. Like balancing my checkbook and taking Vicodin. Every so often I want to smoke weed, though. Like just every once in a while, you know. Probably like a Lost in Space marathon or something. And then I got to try to find weed. That's really hard when you don't smoke weed. So you call up your buddy like, hey, buddy, I know you smoke a lot of marijuana. Can you hook me up with some? And he goes, why? Hy-Vee's out of sandwich baggies, and I'm trying to pack my lunch. Just hurry up, man. You got to help me out here. They never do. It's always some bullshit, texty bullshit, you know? So then you got to kick back to old school, you know? After-school drug specials. You know, if you go hang outside of middle school for long enough, a dude in a jean jacket and a bandana and a Trans Am is going to pull up and he's going to hook you the fuck up. It doesn't work like that nowadays. The police show up. You can't tell them, I'm looking for weed. Then you end up having to sign a list downtown. You don't get that one? There's a list downtown. And when you do something inappropriate at a school, okay, then you have to go downtown, you have to sign this list. And then is what happens, right? You have to introduce yourself to all your neighbors. But it worked out because Tyler, 2 doors down, sells weed. Plus, I get the added benefit if I don't have to go to my daughter's shitty Christmas programs anymore. Oh, somebody said, oh, like you really enjoy those? I mean, come on. See a deaf guy go in there and just look disappointed the entire time. Oh. So I think I'd totally be cool with getting herpes. Well, no, you got to hear me out. As long as it was the best sex ever. Because then the herpes would be just like that souvenir shot glass I got in the Dells. In the Dells. You guys aren't good at this laughing thing yet. We'll get it going for you, though. Get it going for you. What was that, Jason? Yeah, I know you will, but... so I'm single. But I'm single by choice. I'm single because I'm a crazy magnet. I am not even joking. If I was within a quarter mile of Amanda Bynes, she would fall in love with me. You think I would have learned some sort of lessons through past experiences? You know? Like, maybe I would have learned a lesson when she tried to run me over for buying a bag of chips. There's no punchline there. That shit happened. And I stayed with her for like 3 months. I mean, I'm so dumb I should probably be wearing a Scarface shirt. Let you guys know I don't have anything but a 6th grade reading level. It's just anything after Goblet of Fire is just lost on me. But I mean, what do you expect? Order of the Phoenix is like 900 pages. I mean, Jesus Christ. You think I would have found a keeper at one point, when she let me yell out, "Fatality!" When I run a clean show here, okay? When I ejaculated. I hang out with scientists. Well, one scientist. He doesn't even like me. He's got weird hair anyways. Fuck you, Franna. Shit. But no, that's the kind of girl that's going to stab you in the checkout at Walmart. Yeah. You know where I learned a lesson, though? My ex-girlfriend made me watch Cougar Town. You ever watch that show? It's fucking awful. Awful. The only reason I was into it, she'd drink a bunch of wine, take a handful of Xanax, get a little handsy. Oh, sorry. But that had, like, disastrous consequences. It's not sad. It was very enjoyable when it happened. Until I started associating wine with sex. This communion got real fucking weird. Took me back to my altar boy days, though. Oh, is the right response. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh, I got a baby mama, too. You know what a baby mama's like, guys? A baby mama is a lot like Men in Black 3. It's just awful. Awful. Oh, Christ. And my baby mama, when I was with her, she was a control freak. You wouldn't believe it. She wouldn't let me have a beer. Do you see this magnificent piece of shit right here? You see this? She wouldn't let me have it. We broke up. The day we broke up, I grew a beard. My little beautiful, beautiful little daughter came up to me and said, Daddy, your mustache, it's amazing. But mommy's is so much better. Oh, dude, I got that on videotape. I sent it to everybody. 2 weeks later, I got child support papers. You guys should be laughing a little bit louder. That joke's cost me about 10 grand so far. I do have a daughter. I love my daughter to death. She just got she got report cards back a couple months ago as her first one. She did really, really well, except science. Didn't do well in science. So I was like, all right, we're going to have to talk to Franna. We're going to have to talk to Franna. Franna couldn't help. He's not a good scientist. He's just a scientist. He's like, all right, we're going to watch The Big Bang Theory. That's going to help this situation. Didn't help. Didn't help. We're going to explain evolution to her. She's going to get this. No, she didn't. She didn't get it at all. So we're Christians now. Creationism is way easier, guys. It really is. It really is. And being a Christian has benefits. My boss was like, hey, you're going to have to work on a Sunday. It's like, sorry, I got this thing I got to do on Sundays now. It's pretty awesome. He's like, well, then can you come in on Saturday? I was like, nah, my grandpa was half Jewish. I can't do that. I'm sorry. He's like, you're going to have to shave that beard off. I'm sorry. Allah said. You get it? Because I was all 3 religions in that joke to get out of work. You get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Thank you for an applause break on Did You Get It? Yes! I'm the champion of the night. Fuck you guys. You don't even need to stay around. You guys go ahead and go home now. You get a partial refund. You get $1.75 back. Oh, Christ. I love being a parent, though. Being a parent is awesome. Like, is there any parents here? Anybody? Yes, being a parent is awesome. Kids will listen to anything you say, and they'll believe it. It's amazing. My daughter honestly thinks she's allergic to cookies. I just don't like to share. My brother, he's brilliant. My brother's a brilliant, brilliant man. He told the kids if they can get him a fresh beer as soon as possible, when he empties his, they can keep the empty. Those kids got a new Xbox. He got his 3rd DUI. There you guys go. You guys are warming up. I like that. I like that. People say my daughter looks just like me. And that's a little weird. Because you're either saying I look like a 6-year-old girl or my daughter looks like a grown man. Either way, as long as she doesn't look like my ex. Well, which is fucked up because my ex isn't even her mother. There you go. See, oh shit is the right response to that. Go ahead and tweet that at me, at LucasCentric. Shit, that's not my Twitter. What's my Twitter? Anybody? Anybody? God damn it, Martin. Oh shit, the Iowa lottery has a new slogan, guys. Don't give up, keep playing. Which is eerily similar to my Coke dealer slogan. Shut the fuck up and give me your money, junkie! Ha! Thank you. All right. #1 fan. All right. I finally made one. Ah. So I was sitting at the bus stop, and this lady came up and gave me like $2 in change. So I'm pretty pumped that my homeless look is working out for me. I do ride the city bus a lot. I do. I like to tell people it's because I'm green. They call it nowadays. You're going green. Not that I make horrible life decisions, but I like to think that's fairly evident. You guys get the picture? Okay. All right. Anyways, best day on the bus. Best day on the bus. The bus gets stopped by a train. Everybody loses their shit. Dude, it is 11:30 on a Tuesday. You guys ain't got no jobs? Come on now. It's not that big of a deal. And then when you tell them, I mean, hey, you're on the city bus. Clearly your life hasn't been all bubblegum and blowjobs up to this point. You can just chill the fuck out a little bit. It doesn't help. It causes a riot. And then you have to rebuy your 31-day bus pass. And then you're out $40. Then you can't get drunk on Saturday. Then you beat your kids. So you don't chime up on the bus. That's what I've learned, okay? That's the moral of that story. You don't chime up on the bus. Oh. I was on the city bus another time, and there was a group of African-American gentlemen got on the bus. Real nice fellas. Went straight to the back of the bus, though. I told him, I was like, you don't have to do that anymore. They didn't beat me up so I can tell that joke. It's okay. It's not like that Sterling fella's here. Remember that Sterling fella? Is that too old of a reference now? Do we have a new racist I can make that joke about? Do we have a new racist? No? It's okay. I can make that joke because I look Jewish. Lacklime. Lacklime. Lacklime? How do I say that word again, guys? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not that good of a Jew, guys. I'm not that good of a Jew. All right. Other time on the bus. It was great. Lady was sitting in front of me listening to music on her phone. She kept turning it up, though, right? I spied the problem. She had put her earbud in backwards. Allow me to demonstrate. You guys, okay? Here, over here for you guys. I know you're not paying attention, but it's okay. Here, that's what she did with her earbud. You get it? You follow me? All right, I like you. Don't worry about it. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. I mean, no one costs $5. It ain't a big deal, you know? So it's like, lady, your earbud, it's in backwards. And she replied, shut the fuck up, cracker! Which is weird because she was white. So I'm actually so white people hate me. That's pretty awesome. I'm enjoying that. I was walking into Walmart the other day and I seen a guy holding hands with two ladies. He was either really, really, really gay or really, really, really not gay. Last crowd didn't laugh at that joke. I like you guys. All right, you guys are way better. That last crowd in my mom's basement. Oh. Yes, I live with my mom, Jamal. Thanks. Not gonna get laid now. Huh. All right. I got a couple more, maybe like 20, 30 more minutes, and then I'll get out of here. I know, I'm pretty awesome, I know. I mean, when it comes to fat guys, I'm like Brad Pitt, so. Just saying, I'm a good-looking fat guy. Couldn't, ladies. All right, yeah. So, glasses are pretty cool. That was a transition. Amanda, you over there? With your cankles? You got those glasses on? Those are nice glasses, aren't they? Nice glasses. Do you got prescription for those, or are those fake-ass fucking glasses I see motherfuckers wearing all the goddamn time now? Making fun of my disability, Amanda. What's next? You're going to see a hipster walking down the street with a set of arm crutches? It's cool. They're vintage. My grandpa had polio. I really want to be cool, though. So I decided to go to JCPenney. Right? Because JCPenney's awesome. And I was like, I need some skinny jeans in a size 40. That's what they said, too. I broke the mic stand. I didn't do that. That was Amanda, you fucking bitch. I got him in a 32 with some Vaseline. It worked out pretty well for me. That tag usually works a little bit better. All right. Okay. Fine. That was me just shamelessly asking for laughter or applause. That was pathetic. If you guys do a good one, I'll tell one more joke and I'll leave. No. They get one more. They earned it. This is a good one. So I was texting my buddy the other day. I called him a butthole, right? Phone autocorrected it to Dumbledore. Don't ask why Dumbledore's in my phone. That's none of your goddamn business. Fucking muggles. I always wanted to use that for a tag. I just did that. Don't worry about it. It's not part of the joke. We're going to continue on now. But that got me thinking, right? That they're putting personal opinions into this code, and I can prove it with one word. The C word. Type that into your phone. It'll autocorrect to Cynthia. Someone had a really bad breakup. Yeah? You know what's worse than that, though, is that, what's that voice recognition crap? I was actually looking for a concert in St. Paul, Minnesota. I was like, hey, Google, I'm looking for Station 4. It literally looked at me and it said, the phone looked at me dead in the eyes and it said, did you mean Asian porn? Yeah, I did. I was like 30 seconds late for that concert. All right, thank you. I'm Martin Lathrop.
Keep it going for Martin Lathrop. There we go. I'm always fixing his mistakes. There we go. The thing that I love about Martin Lathrop, he's the only comedian I know who has 3 Harry Potter jokes and a Juggalo arm tattoo. RCP for life with that guy. All right, this next comedian coming to the stage, he's one of my oldest friends in comedy because he is much older than me. I remember I did a show on my 21st birthday, and he came up to me. He was 42 at the time, and he said, you know that I've been drinking for your entire life? And I just turned to him and I said, yeah, me too. You guys, playing hard to get. Anyways, Mike Lucas!
There is a funny man. What's happening, you guys? Nice. I can't see any of you, so this is cool. My good buddy Mitch performed before. Remember him? He was the brown fella. You guys remember him? He's 25% black. He's told us this numerous times for some reason. His lovely mom is sitting right over there, and she's 50% black. I've met her numerous times. I've never met his dad, though, which leads me to believe that he's 100% not interested in being his dad's. That's how we're doing this, ladies. That's how we're doing it. I had a rough start to my day. I found my first gray pubic hair. Right? I looked down and right there it was. Right in the middle of my pancakes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm never eating at IHOP again, I can tell you that much. So it's not all bad. I just got back from Las Vegas. Very expensive out there. I didn't save up enough money to see my favorite comedian, Carrot Top. That show costs a lot of money. It wasn't all bad, though. I was fortunate enough to find myself alone in an alley with a homeless man who was shoving vegetables up his butt. He called himself Carrot Bottom. And that show didn't cost me anything but my dignity. So I do have, speaking of Carrot Tops, I have a son who has red hair. And I don't know if you guys know what the best part about having a red-haired son is, but you don't have to love him. I'm kidding. I love him. The best part is I can take him to the mall, drop him off for the day, and I know that nobody will steal him. It's all about good parenting, you guys. You just got to keep your eye on the prize. I have a daughter. She has attention deficit disorder. The doctors have prescribed medication to resolve this. They prescribed a daily dosage of 10 milligrams of Adderall, or as I like to call it, a daily dosage of 5 milligrams of Adderall. And on a completely unrelated note, if anyone's having problems focusing, come see me after the show. Bring some money. So some people think it's strange that I choose to share a bedroom with my childhood babysitter. Other people think it's strange that that's how I choose to brag that I have a TV in my bedroom. Parenting is the theme tonight, you guys. Parenting is the theme. I don't have a theme. I think that high school wrestlers should be allowed to tickle each other. What do you think, Dave? Maybe kiss a little. I don't know. I don't think I understand how sports work. Speaking of sports, though, I read an article about this NFL player. His name was Riley Cooper, and he got in some trouble for a YouTube video of him at a Kenny Chesney concert where he said he was going to fight all the N-words in the place. That's a pretty bold move, Riley Cooper, threatening to fight all 0 black guys at a Kenny Chesney concert. What's next? You going to fight all the white guys at an afternoon taping of Oprah? Is Oprah still on? Okay, cool. Cool. Oprah's a good show, I think. Speaking of white folks, I read an article about a white guy who got a $200 scholarship for being a white guy. How ridiculous is that? Like, white people, we have so much money at our disposal and so many resources available to us. I'm just bummed out we couldn't come up with more than $200 for this guy. Hey, Jason, I am speaking for myself. I'm up here speaking for myself. Hey, you guys, this is Jason back here. Say hi to him. You got me all screwed up now, Jason. Good job. Good job. These race jokes are going well. I'm going to do one more. They say once you go black, you never go back. I don't know if that's true about people or not, but it is definitely true in reference to your teeth. That concludes the race portion of my show. So. Let's move on to something less controversial. I like to come up with cool new ideas and invent things. I came up with a new website idea that you can track your relatives on, kind of like Ancestry.com, but this is one where you track the relatives you've had sex with, and it's called Ancestry.com. So. That is weird. That is weird. Let's move on. That was gross. Did you guys hear about the woman in Oregon who got arrested for taking nude photos of her 13-year-old daughter? Just to make you more comfortable. Well, here's the background story. The girl wanted to take or send nude pictures of herself to her boyfriend, did not use a camera on her cell phone. The mother, in her infinite wisdom, took the pictures for her. I mean, how stupid do you have to be, right? What self-respecting 13-year-old does not use a camera on her cell phone? Right? I bet she didn't even have a boyfriend. So they say, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I don't have any segues or any rhyme or reason for what I'm doing here. They say there's a time and a place for everything. Or whoever said that never accidentally shit themselves. Or heard of Hitler, right? Actually, mid-fist fight would be the perfect time to shit yourself, I think. Nobody would fight you then. Hall & Oates, that's a band, right? From the 1980s. Those guys have a song that says, you make my dreams come true. Last night I dreamt I was eating banana pudding off of Rosie O'Donnell's back fat. I like oh my God girl over here. This is good. The perfect reaction. You can have that dream, Hall & Oates. I saw a commercial on TV for the Swiffer, and in the commercial, a guy only had one hand, and he must have recently lost the other one because he said, now that I only have one arm, I'm not doing anything as quickly as I used to. And I think that's a defeatist attitude. If I was his friend, I would take him out and prove him wrong and get him a manicure. That was some tepid laughter. I'm not sure I'm going to go on. All right, I will. Let's see, where am I at? They say that actions speak louder than words, and that's true, unless you're Mitch and you yell, I think I'm going to climax, while quietly masturbating in the library. I'm going to answer this question with a no before I ask it. Do we have any fans of hickeys out here? No. No, we don't. It's because we're adults. Children love hickeys, teenagers. When you see a teenager with hickeys, basically what they're saying to you is, I'm not having sex yet, but things are progressing nicely. There we go. It's good to see you guys out having a few beers tonight. That's fun. I don't drink a lot of beer myself. The most I've ever had is I shared a case of beer with my mom one time. And I don't know what the breakdown was, like how many I had and how many she had, because by the time we were done, I couldn't even count. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I couldn't count when we started either, because I was in her uterus at the time. So. Love it. I love it. All right, you guys might want to buckle up for this one then. I'm saying I got good parents. Here's what I got to say about my dad. He used to quote the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's what we did around our house, poetry. And he would say, always do what you're afraid to do. And that's why I'm up here tonight. And I know he'd be proud of me if he could be here. But apparently he was afraid to be choke fucked to death. By a guy he met on Craigslist. That got dark, right? That got way too dark there. I feel bad about that. I feel bad. That didn't happen. That's a joke. Everything's fine. He couldn't be happier. He lives with that guy now. Let's lighten the mood, you guys. Let's talk about yoga pants. I'm a big fan of yoga pants. When I see a girl in yoga pants, what she's telling me is, I want to be comfortable. And I also want you to know what my lady parts look like. And I can appreciate that. I like a big girl in yoga pants, though. Because when you see a skinny girl in yoga pants, she has what they call a camel toe. And there's nothing appealing about a camel toe. You see a big girl, she looks like she has a hamburger bun down there. And a hamburger's never done me wrong, so. Hey, Jason, I got a cool idea for dudes who wear fanny packs. It's not suicide, so don't do that. Now, I came up with a cool new idea for dudes who wear fanny packs. It's going to look just like your old fanny pack. It'll still function the same way. You can still put your inhaler and your Pokemon cards in there. and your switchblade. But this is where it gets interesting, buddy. On the back side of it, pocket pussy. Right? How awesome is that, right? It's right there whenever you need it. Plus, you're totally always going to need it. It's not a woman alive, dude. There's not a woman alive. So Martin's got a lot of tattoos on his forearms. Did you notice that? I've got the innate ability to read forearm tattoos. I know what they mean. Basically because they all mean the same thing. Whoever has them doesn't mind working third shift. Right on. Have we covered hand jobs enough tonight, or should I cover it too? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to explain to you ladies how it feels to a guy. Imagine yourself being spoon-fed your favorite bowl of ice cream. It's totally awesome, right? But it's probably happening at the wrong pace. I feel like that one's a slow burn. So I don't like when people are inconsiderate drivers. I know it was a good one. I don't like when people are inconsiderate drivers or yell stuff from the back of the room. But I was driving down the road the other day, and there's this woman next to me, and she was texting while driving. She kept swerving into my lane. Finally, she cut me off, made me spill an entire plate of spaghetti on myself. Right? I think the idea of eating spaghetti while I drive is really funny. So she got in front of me, and I noticed she had one of those stickers on her back window that depicts your family. You know, like you've seen the one that's got like the mom and the dad and the 3 kids. This one was just a woman and a cat. So then I felt sorry for her after I followed her home and killed her. But you shouldn't advertise you live alone and drive like a dick. So it's Shark Week, you guys. Right? Shark Week. We get it, sharks. You like to eat stuff. I think we can condense this thing down to Shark Wednesday afternoon and call it good. Maybe we could spend the rest of the week talking about things that at least half of us don't know anything about. Vaginas. Those things are fascinating. I can't stop looking at them. And if you think about it, they're kind of like sharks, right? They come from down below, and they're a mystery to all mankind. And your best option is to poke them in the eyes if you ever get your arm stuck in one. All right. I got a couple more jokes, and then I'm going to go in the bathroom and lay down for a while. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but here goes. I recently had sex for the first time with a minor. Yeah, I know. It was a little weird. I couldn't get him to take that helmet with the flashlight on it off, but that's right. It was a coal miner, you guys. A coal miner. 15-year-old coal miner. All right, this is it. Last one. This is it. Buckle up. Did I already say that? I feel like I'm repeating myself. All right, so it's good to be here on a Saturday night with you guys. I don't usually get out on Saturdays. It's a lot of fun. Monday's usually my night to get out, because Monday's 2-for-1 night at the strip bar. When I first started going to the strip bar, I thought 2-for-1 meant 2 dances for the price of 1, but that's not the case at all. It just means that Mondays is the night that the pregnant girls dance. 2 humans for the price of 1, brother. You know what I'm talking about. I came up with a game to play while I'm at the strip bar, and you guys can try this out. It's called Don't Catch Herpes. And I don't want to brag to you guys or anything, but I'm really good at that game. Right? I'm almost undefeated. All right, thanks, you guys.
Keep it going for Mike Lucas, everybody. Are you ready for your final comedian? This next guy, all the way from the Quad Cities, one of my best friends, one of my favorite comedians. Give it up for Donnie Townsend, everybody.
Some Iron Maiden for you guys, for the uncles in the crowd. We got some uncles here? Yeah. You guys ever wake up in the morning and say, today's the day I finally get my life together. Today's the day I get motivated. But first things first, let me get my dick out of this thermos. I gotta get my coffee, guys. I can't get motivated without coffee. This is where it gets weird. Yeah. This is my 20-minute show. First, I'm going to do 15 minutes of me just doing improv dance comedy. And for the people that still hasn't left yet, I'm going to bring in a herd of goats until you guys leave. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah. So I'm writing a novel right now. It's about a cat who loses his tail in the war. It's called A Cat's Tale. T-A-L-E. Yeah. Cat's Tale. I named my dog Frankenstein because he's afraid of fire. And also, I made him out of dead dog parts. Yeah. This is my attempt at dressing nicer, guys. I think I should dress even nicer, maybe wear suits. I could wear suits, and people could say, look at that professional man. There's no way he lives with his parents. You know? A lot of comedians, their biggest fear is bombing. Like, they're afraid to bomb. I'm not afraid to bomb. I'm already bombing in real life. So screw you guys if you don't like my cattail joke. I had this girl the other day tell me that I look like Aladdin. She said I look like an Aladdin with no skin pigment. Like an anemic Aladdin. It's ridiculous. I have the skin tone of almond milk, which means I have the complexion of a milk that doesn't come from a tit. You milk an almond. You milk an almond. Yeah, this guy knows. That's the almond milker. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so pale, though. I'm half Italian, so that means I can only wear half of a tracksuit. You know? Shut up. Sometimes people think I'm Asian. They think I'm Asian. I'm like, look, just because I drive a rickshaw doesn't mean I'm Asian. Ugh. I didn't know it was back here. I was just curious. Yeah. I'm a ridiculous person, too. I'm such a ridiculous person that I went to school for philosophy. So that means I'm 50 grand in debt, and I live with my parents. But at least I can tell you what existentialism means. You know? Yeah. Shut up again. I know, right? I overthink things, though. That's my problem. Like, I miss being a little kid. I miss the enthusiasm I had when I was a little kid. Like, you ever see a little kid eating ice cream? He's just like, he loves ice cream, right? But as an adult, I like ice cream, but I got too much in my mind. So I'm like, this ice cream's pretty good. It's too bad we're all going to die someday. I should get sherbet next time. I get sherbet. You guys ever see a little kid crying? I saw this little kid crying the other day just dramatically, like, and I wanted to laugh because I knew whatever he was crying about was something stupid, you know? So I was like, what's wrong, little buddy? What's wrong? And he was like, my ice cream cone fell. My ice cream cone fell. That's so adorable. Like, what do you say to that? I didn't know what to say, so I was like, oh, well, maybe we should get you a lawyer. And you can sue gravity. Nature took your ice cream cone from you, buddy. Just like it will everything you love someday. Let's get you another cone. Let's get you another cone. I'm a ridiculous person. I saw somebody the other day that was more ridiculous than me, though. I saw a guy go into a bank not wearing any shoes. I know, it's weird, right? And he says to the teller, I want to deposit all my money. And the teller said, sir, this isn't money. This is tree bark. What branch do you usually bark at? I'm at bank. I know, right? You guys ready for more tree bark jokes? Oh, yeah. You're my kind of audience, Iowa City. Yeah. Sometimes people think I'm gay. Can you? Is it I don't know if it's my long hair because I wear short pants. Or the penis in my hand. It was my uncle's. We were fishing. You gotta learn to be a man, right? Catch a catfish, stroke a penis. You catch a bass, touch a penis. Catch a bluegill, throw it back, touch a penis. It's not gay if you're fishing, right? Listen, what happens between two men and a rowboat with a catfish is nobody's business, except for the game wardens. I like gay people. I think they're cool. I'm all for gay rights and gay marriage. But with that being said, is there a more disgusting idea than two men growing old together? Like two grandpas being intimate with each other? Like, what are they going to say to each other? Twist my nipples. Now make me some soup. All I'm saying is that grumpy old men would have been a way different movie if they were gay. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I travel a lot. I just was in Vancouver, Canada. You guys been in Canada at all? Yeah. It's pretty weird there. I had a good time. I was walking down the street one day, though, and I saw a sign that said 25-cent peep shows. Like, I was curious, like, who would get naked for a quarter, right? So I went in there, and there was a goddamn hobo stripping for nickels. Like, he wouldn't even take a quarter. I had to get 5 separate dances from this hobo. And when he was dancing, I noticed one of his testicles was huge. It was like an ostrich egg. And the other one was tiny, like a spaghetti-o meatball. Anyway, after his dances, I was like, dude, what's up with your balls? And then he told me he can fit the big one into an 8-ounce ladle. Yeah, I know. And the other one into a 2-ounce ladle. And then he told me he was banned from any of the local soup kitchens. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there for that hobo joke. It's like a 4-minute hobo joke. Are you guys ready for more of them? Yeah. You said yes. No, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to do about jobs, neither. I keep getting fired from jobs. I don't see the point of having a job. Like, what's the point of having a job? Money? Well, that's only good till you're dead. Then what? What kind of job are you going to have then when you're dead? I don't want to wait until I'm dead to not have a job. That doesn't make any sense. All jobs are other people telling you what to do. That's what they are. The other day, I saw this hobo just pulling the bark off a tree. Nobody told him to do that. That was his passion. He might have got a call from the mayor of Hobo City. Hobo City. I like to take a word, I put the word city after it, and it makes an abundance, or whatever that word is, but it changes the whole meaning, right? So let's do it. So if I say hobo, it's kind of funny, right? Maybe. Hobo City. Iowa City, right? Yeah. Let's do one more. Cupcakes. Delicious. Cupcake City. Diabetes. Diabetes. Is everybody drinking? Some of you guys drinking? Hey, Jason. Thanks, brother. You're a good man. Thank you. It's my uncle. Keep it going for my Uncle Jason, guys. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are drinking. I don't really trust people that don't drink. Let me explain. What are you guys doing over here? What's happening? Hey. Yeah, how's it going, ladies? How are you doing? You guys having a good night? Yeah. What are you talking about? You're gonna do that? Or on purpose? Because she was talking during my set? Is that why you're like, shut up? I'm just joking. Oh, thanks. Oh. You guys are a good time. You guys can go over there and talk if you want. That's cool. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, I don't trust people who don't drink. That's right. Well, drunks are almost never serial killers. That's my theory. Think about it. Think about it. It's true, right? Because to be a serial killer, you have to plan stuff. But who plans anything when they're drunk? If anything, I do things that aren't planned when I'm drunk. I started partying with some guy wearing an eye patch till 5 in the morning. I didn't plan to do that. That guy still texts me sometimes. I'll be like, hey, buddy, we got to drink again soon. And he'll send like a winky face with it. Instead of a semicolon, it's just a comma. Wow. Do you guys like strip clubs? Anybody? Yeah? I don't really like strip clubs. Yeah. I went to this weird one the other night. All the strippers were named after desserts. Like the first one, her name was tiramisu. It's a dessert. The next one was peach cobbler. The weirdest one was bread pudding, though. But she had a sidekick named Raisins. They were like, now, welcome to the stage, bread pudding with raisins. And she just came out with this wrinkly little midget with her, just dancing. Dancing. For you, sir. I'm not 12 anymore, man, you know. You guys got tattoos? People in here have tattoos? Yeah? Awesome. I like it. You can tell a lot about a person based on their tattoos. Like, especially women. You can usually tell what era a girl was the sluttiest in based on her tattoos. Like an armband tattoo. You know what I'm talking about? That's like a 90s rock and roll slut. Right? A tramp stamp? That's like an early, mid-2000s rock and roll / raver / hip-hop slut. That's Slut City. That's Slut City right there. You know, but a girl with a mermaid tattoo on her forearm is probably a dude. You don't want to go fishing with that guy. You don't want to fish with him. Oh. Yeah. I definitely like to drink, though. I'm starting to feel too old for certain bars, though. A lot of bars I go to, I feel like it's a high school, and I feel like I'm somebody's weird uncle trying to play Guns N' Roses on the jukebox. I don't want to be an uncle, dude. My name would be Uncle Donnie. That just sounds like an optimistic drunk, doesn't it? Like an upbeat kind of drunk guy, you know? Do you guys got, anybody in here got weird uncles? Do you have a weird uncle? Really? What's he do? Why is he weird? He just drinks. Holy shit. What's his name? Scott. Uncle Scott. I like this guy. Oh, he's a carny? Holy shit, that makes it even better. Yeah, my uncle's a carny. Uncle Scott. Invite him to a family dinner. That's funny. I don't feel like uncles get enough credit, though. Like, think about it, there's Mother's Day, there's Father's Day, but there's no Uncle's Day. Like, one time, etched above a urinal, I saw somebody wrote Uncle Fest. It's like they were going to write Uncle Fester, but they just left the ER off in a hurry, you know? But it made me wonder, like, is there some sort of underground festival where uncles go to gather? They all drive vans and have beards. Talk about how great it is being an uncle. I bet 38 Special would be the headline band. It's like an uncle band. Yeah. You guys still having a good time? You guys have a good time tonight? Awesome. Keep it going for some of these guys, man. Keep it going for Mike. He was awesome, right? Go ahead and clap for Joseph Stalin, too. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I don't want to trick you guys. I don't want to trick you. I want you guys to know that I'm not a magician. I'm not here to trick you. You know, there's one thing you'll never hear a woman say. See that magician over there? I had sex with him. Because what's sex like for a magician? Because they use sleight of hand, right? They're always like, look over here, look over here, look over here. Boom, you've been magicianed. It's too late, you're pregnant. You know who's probably really good at sex? Optometrists. This guy knows. Because they're like, better, worse. Better, worse. Number 1. Number 2. All right, you're going to feel a small puff in your eye. Thank you, Uncle Jason. Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys think it's weird that I have a pet spider? Thank you for your judgments. I actually have multiple spiders, just so you know. I live in a basement. So they're really more like my roommates. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I had this girl over, and she was talking dirty to me. And then she was like, now it's your turn to tell me something dirty. Say something dirty to me. But I'm not good at talking dirty. I didn't know what to say, so I told her I was going to fill her mouth full of spiders. She didn't like that. Talking dirty is always awkward, isn't it? Especially when you're by yourself, just watching TV. Like, change the channel. Yeah, go up, up. Garfield, Taylor 2 kitties. Go down. No, down. Yeah, down. Oh, that's it. Schindler's List. Yeah. Schindler's List. It's kind of a dark joke. That's why I'm single, because I say things like that. I think that dating is really hard, though, you know, because women don't know what they want. I feel like women say things like, I want a bad boy, and then they get all mad at you when you take a shit in their purse. It's like, what? You bought me a beer, so it's cool. You got one more heckle. I'm going to get out of here in a second. You guys have been awesome. Yeah, talking dirty thing's weird. Like, sometimes women, though, they'll say that they're, like, freaky because they call guys daddy in bed. You know, girls do that. Women will say, I'm freaky, I'm a freak. I call guys daddy in bed. But I think calling a guy daddy in bed isn't freaky. You know what would be freaky is if you said any other family member besides daddy. Like uncle. Not even just uncle, but a specific uncle. You're like, oh, Uncle Scott. Oh, Uncle Scott. Yeah, take me on the Ferris wheel. Uncle Scott. Oh, hey, thank you guys so much. I'm Donnie Townsend.
Give it over Donnie Townsend, everybody. Give it over to the two ladies who left 2 minutes before the show. Great for them. Give it up for the rest of the coalition. Mitch Banks, the dark one. Andrew Jones, the cool one. Martin Lathrop, the greasy one. Mike Lucas, the wise one. And Donnie Townsend, the pretty one. I've been your host, Daniel Frana, the sheriff. I'm right here, yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Come back next month when we have Brooks Wheelan coming back from SNL. It'll be great, yeah. All right, you guys have a great night. Thank you for coming out.